up? Welcome back to the old Bingley Wheeler garage. Now at this time of year we're well into January now. Top of our list of concerns is how we keep our workspace warm. And the problem with keeping any sort of space warm in this day and age is the cost. It ain't cheap. And so for quite a while I've been considering alternatives to the old electric convector heater which sits just over there. And I've seen a lot about diesel heaters. Diesel heaters feature extensively on a lot of YouTube videos, particularly when it comes to things like camping and motorhomes and things of that nature. But obviously equally applicable in your garage or your shed or wherever. Now you can probably hear in the background I've got one of mine humming away there, and the first thing to observe is they are not quiet, so don't expect your diesel heater to be as quiet as a normal fan heater or an electric convector heater. But that said, they're very economical to run. They don't use an awful lot of electricity at all. They don't use a lot of diesel at all. In fact, they use so little electricity you can actually run them off a 12-volt battery. So yeah, very economical and very effective. You can see here how mine is set up. Very important, of course, that the exhaust vents outside of the building into fresh air, and you'll see that on this particular make, which is HCalory, I believe, this particular make of diesel heater I've got, that you can actually detach the control panel from the main unit and adjust things like the speed of the fan, that's the volume of water air output, and the temperature. And there's also settings for delayed timing and thermostat control and the rest of it. All very useful features indeed. So yeah, mine's set up with an extension outlet hose so that I can actually direct the heat from the unit to any one of my motorcycles once it comes in from having been given a bit of a bath. Aye, so a bit of useful kit all round. So what I'm going to show you now is how you actually put one together and the basics of how it works. And yeah, then there'll be an opportunity, if you're interested in buying one of these, to get a bit of discount by following a link in the description below. Okay, so let's have a look then. Diesel heaters, how effective are they in a workspace like this, which is effectively a double insulated brick built garage? Right, let's have a look at how one of these gets put together, eh? Oh yes! Right then, before we have a look at the diesel heater itself, let's have a look at the accessories, the components that you get with the kit. Now, first thing, always read the instructions, okay? They're fairly basic, but they are adequate. Your usual instructions that include a components list and what to assemble where, and the all-important safety measures that need to be taken into account. One of which I'll mention at this early stage, which is just over there, and that's a carbon monoxide monitor and alarm. So a good idea to have one of those, but as I said at the beginning, you've got to vent the exhaust outside with this here bit of kit. Standard for all diesel heaters. Right, in the accessory box then you get the outlet hose, which is extendable to a certain extent, so that's where the warm air is vented from, and you get a little vent affair to go on the end of there which secures it with a Jubilee clip. You get an intake hose, and that actually takes in the air that's to be heated before it's vented out of the outlet there. So an intake hose and an exhaust hose again, which is bendable. Now you don't get much of a length with this here kit, but you can buy longer versions of these, and I've got a much longer one down there which I'll show you when I come to fit these bits and bats. So yeah, 3 lots of hoses. You also get an air filter for the air intake, and obviously that makes sure that any particles in the air get filtered out before they're actually drawn into the machine. So nice one. So yeah, those are your main hoses. Right, what else do we get? We get a silencer. The exhaust is it's fairly noisy. It's not anything like a bloody motorcycle exhaust or anything like that, but this ear silencer, if you fit it, it will cut the noise down a little bit. So yeah, that goes on the exhaust pipe. You get a connector there if you want to run it off a 12 volt battery, 12 volt supply there. You get a connector to extend the reach of the control unit. You get all your brackets and Jubilee clips for the attachments. And in this here box you get a mains adapter if you intend to run the diesel heater from the mains supply, and as I say, it doesn't use much electricity at all. So that's the accessory kit. Let's have a look how we fit it. Right then, so this is the diesel heater itself. So just take you through it. I'll just snip that off. Okay, you get a remote control for on, off and the up and down controls for the heat settings. You get the main control panel with the various functions, the ones that I referred to earlier, and that is actually detachable, so you can mount it separately to the unit. You get the air outlet for the warm air. You get the old filler cap for your diesel tank. You get a diesel level indicator there, up to a maximum of 5 litres on this unit. 5 litres of diesel it will take. At the back you've got your power socket there for both the battery supply and the main supply. Obviously a vent for the fan. Up here, this here slot is so that you can get a screwdriver in to actually tighten up the Jubilee clips underneath, because underneath what you have is your air intake and your exhaust. So those are the main components of this unit. So let's have a look at a bit of assembly. Right, let's start by attaching these here feet, and these allow you to secure the unit to a surface by screwing it down, if that's what you want to do. So they are going to go that way. Like so. Okay, so that's going to make the thing a good bit more stable. Right, so I think now we'll attach the air intake, which is that one there. Jubilee clip. Now you'll see why we need that slot, so you can get your screwdriver in. Right, that's that nice and tight. And another Jubilee clip. For the air filter. And there we go, so that's the intake hose fitted. Right, we'll fit the exhaust last because that's a big unwieldy piece down there. So hopefully here you can see we've got the control panel, which is detachable, and the backing plate for it. Which you can mount to the wall. There you see, there's your control unit with the cable feed to it there. It's exactly the same as the one that you saw at the beginning of the video, same functionality and what have you. So that be that. Now let's fit the old outlet hose. Bigger Jubilee clip this time, of course. Just slots over there. There we go, and that will come out some distance. You can get extensions for these. And the vent at the end, another large Jubilee clip. Right, and there we go. Right, final job then is to attach the exhaust. And as I say, the one supplied really, even when you bend it out. For this application I'm going to keep this portable rather than fixed, this unit, so unlike the other one, the exhaust will have to be long enough to vent out through the door. So, but you need to tighten that up via the slot in the side of the housing. Right, and there we go. So if you're using it elsewhere, not a permanently fitted situation, That's how basically you need to set it up. So the extension exhaust pipe venting right outside and beyond the side door there, and the air intake you can see just at the 11 o'clock position there, and the outlet at the front, and pop yourself some diesel in and you're good to go. And in my opinion, you need one of these whenever you're using a diesel heater. So carbon monoxide monitor and alarm. And yeah, if you're going to use a diesel heater, I think you really need one of those just for peace of mind. Alright, so warmth for your workspace. A couple of diesel heaters there, and if you're interested, make sure you check the spec of these models. Make sure you check the reviews online to make sure you're absolutely happy, and if you do want one, you can follow the link in the description below. Entirely up to you. Alright, I'll see you there.